What's up, party people? I'm back with another thrift with me at one of my favorite places on earth, Salvation Army, so let's go. We're starting off with our shoes/bag section as always. Found some cute booties here, and like I said in the last video, guys, the white and black reptilian amphibian-ness animal print business is definitely coming back in style. I have seen it even more ever since that video. So if you're wanting to participate in that trend, check out Salvation Army. I was so happy when I found this pink purse because I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then I turn around, it says like, what is that? What is that label? Love? Ugh. Sometimes, because that's clearly, well, I would assume something made for like a child, you know what I mean? And even this one, like I run into children's, like very obviously children's clothing and accessories often, and I'm just like, why can't this just be made for adults? I don't understand. I love pink. I love cute. I even love cute small things. Just don't put an entire plaque that says love on it. You know what I mean? Guys, do you remember when cobalt blue, I think it was last spring, was the it color of the season? And now I have been finding so many cobalt blue accessories like purses, but especially shoes at the thrift store now. They have definitely cycled out in season. Guys, isn't this a Bottega dupe? I'm pretty sure that's the designer that this kind of like woven pattern is, and tell me this isn't giving like Chanel just a little bit, you know what I mean? And that pretty blue color with kind of like the houndstooth S pattern on it, love it. And then of course you have to check out even the black shoes. Even though I have a million pairs of black shoes, you never know what you're gonna find. You need to check everything out, and look what I found, guys, a Coach purse. But as you guys know, I'm not particularly into designer specific clothing at all, so for $28 just was not for me, absolutely not. Guys, look at these shoes. What screams late 2000s more than these shoes? And they're all from Aldo. I'm like, Aldo, what were we thinking here? Because even back then, I don't know. And look at these cute retro pumps with the little bow and like the color blocking latex moment. That is so cute. But just not for me. They weren't my size. Otherwise, please believe I probably would have picked them up. Love an orange moment. I just don't love it on me. Orange and yellow and kind of just like neons in general, because I am so pasty pale, they just really wash me out. Close the school downs. It is a blizzard. It is a full-on white out, just pasty pale moment. So just not for me, unfortunately, even though I do love kind of just the brightness that orange brings, and especially yellow brings, almost like streetwear style. A lot of them utilize neon tones, but especially like orange and yellow. So just not for me though. Look at these guys, Michael Kors booties, but again, for $23 just for some black booties, it's just not for me, not in my budget. And look at these calf-high combat boots. They were like way too big for me, but I most assuredly would have picked them up had they been in my size, because they were so incredibly affordable as well. And then look at this bag. Do you guys also remember this trend when the bags were like puffer coat-esque material? And I never really bought into it, mostly because those bags made so much freaking noise whenever you bumped into them, picked them up, put anything in them. It's almost like a weird version of like a crinkle paper or like a plastic bag type. Oh my god, you guys just hear my bag? You can definitely tell I'm from the Midwest. Like, oh my gosh, I need to like that was even maybe like just a little bit too Canadian even for me. But moving on to the intimates here, you guys know I love me lacy, frilly, cutesy, girly, feminine, all the isms of the lingerie section. And even though I honestly did find a decent nude bra, like I told you I was looking for in the last video, I still love, look at how pretty this is. It just makes me so happy just like looking at it, feeling it, touching it, so cute. And then we're on the dresses here, guys. Some like princess scenes going on with this dress. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too small for me. But then look at this pattern. I don't know what this pattern is called. This like Greek Gucci Fendi type pattern. I don't know what, there is a name for it, but I don't know what it's called. Do you guys remember? I think it was the early aughts that everything had that pattern on it. And I'm surprised I don't actually find it in the thrift stores as much, but much like I think with houndstooth pattern, the tweed patterns, that specific pattern I think does stand the test of time. Also guys, do you remember cutouts specifically in the waist area? And BB was on point. And then look at this, look at how pretty this dress is. It was so nice, and it was BB again. I fear we lost another stunner in the world, because there was a ton of BB dresses and skirts in the thrift store this day. Unfortunately, none in my size or like in my style that I was looking for, but I really do love BB because it's not like the most expensive brand, but also they tend to have more of timeless styles just throughout the decades. I mean, they do, let's be real, they do step out of the, especially again in the mid 2000s, the amount of bling bling they were putting on everything, anything, and all things was maybe just a little bit excessive even for the time, but mostly overall, I think BB is one of the brands that is definitely like a little bit higher end, still relatively affordable and relatively worth the price that you're paying, while also still being in a more just like sleek, classic type style. So definitely love seeing them in the thrift store. Guys, this day I was feeling brave, and you know I have talked about it many times on this channel. If you are a veteran thrifter, you absolutely 100% know the hardest clothing item to find in any thrift store are jeans. People do not like giving up their jeans. They don't like buying jeans because people tend to wear them every day, and they're obviously like also a thicker material, so people don't want to give them up, and they're just like annoying to shop for. But on this day, I don't know what got into me. I was feeling it, and I have specifically been looking for a pair of light wash flare high-rise jeans. And by the way, guys, when I say high-rise, I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of high-rise branded jeans, or just bottoms in general, are not actually high-rise. They are mid-rise. But I don't know if maybe I should be searching for things labeled as like ultra high rise, because I've also seen that throughout brands, and I think even like Old Navy does that. But I want my jeans to stop well above my belly button, not just like an inch above, because I want it to like essentially act as shapewear. Let's be real, like if I can get any sort of suckage out of my clothing, and especially my bottoms, I am definitely going to. And jeans are generally the perfect material for that because it's so thick and structured, generally speaking. I know there's a bunch of like obviously stretchy type jeans out there, and love those too for the skinny jean moment, but I really just want to find a pair of light wash high rise or ultra high rise flare jeans. But that is such an incredibly specific item. I know in order to find it in the thrift store, I will have to hunt for months, just months and months to find it, mostly because light wash is definitely still in. It's been in for the longest time. These more like very blue types of washes, and the mid-tone blues at that, have been so out of style for so long. The thrift store is littered with them. So I'm gonna have to cross my fingers every single time I step inside of Salvation Army for the next few months, but hopefully the thrift gods will take pity upon me here soon. But oh guys, check out this style of jean. Again, it's more of like a blue here and there, but I loved the weird seams on this. And guys, look at these. Oh, the cute groovy type style flowers on them. Love that. And honestly, they were a light wash, so if they were in my size, I would have definitely have picked them up. They were, I think, like a good 4 sizes too big, unfortunately. Also guys, look at this. What is it? It almost looks like on military wear, like the buttons that go that way. I definitely do like that style, even in like, you see in jackets sometime, almost like marching band-esque, you know what I mean? And then we're on to the skirts here, guys. Guys, you remember Fashion Bug? Do you remember? I loved Fashion Bug back in the day, especially in my preteen, teenage era, mostly because they were like one of the few stores that carried like the girl equivalent of husky clothing for, again, like preteen, teenage sizing, and I loved it so much. I pretty much exclusively shop there for most of those years. So shouts out Fashion Bug for being there through the kind of more bumpy years of my life, right? Definitely an MVP. I think literally, I believe over half of my wardrobe was from Fashion Bug, and I am not kidding you. And then guys, I am still on the hunt for a puffer vest, but not even like a necessarily puffer, but like a quilted, that style vest. And I did see that Nike one. It would have fit me, but I want it just like a little bit more like a comfortable size, like maybe a size up or something like that. Guys, look at this pink jacket. It almost looks like that pocket style reads very, what was his name? Steve Irwin. That specific style is definitely only one of which a zookeeper would have, or like a safari tour guide would have. You know what I mean? Oh, and then guys, I had to show you this. What is this? Who created it? Why is it in the world? Who typed into, whatever these designers are, who typed that into Google or the equivalent of Google and is like, you know what? People are looking for this, because I know that did not appear in their search. So where did they get the idea to put a horse on with like the saturation turned up to 100 on a sweatshirt? Where did they find that? Nowhere. Let's be real. Let's be honest here. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you want to see another thrifting video, click over here and I'll catch you next time.